Good morning. It's Friday, November 20th, and we are here to reconvene our classified negotiations for 2020. And let's just do some quick introductions. Who are you? What is your role in the district? Nicole, you want to start?
I am Nicole Stone. I'm the Human Resources Director.
Lisa? Still muted.
Lisa Hart, Resource Manager for Nutrition and Base.
Julie?
Julie Rodriguez, Legacy High School Bookkeeper.
Igor?
Igor Petrovich, Director of Transportation.
Rob?
Rob Keeney, Vice President, CSEA.
Tony?
Tony Vasquez, Prairie Hills Base Director.
Paul?
Paul Williams, CSEA President.
And Lynn?
Lynn Pritchard, Office Manager at Eagle View Elementary and CSEA Treasurer.
Good morning, all. I think we got everybody. My screen flipped right in the middle of that and the order of my boxes changed. So Zoom, the perils of Zoom, apparently. Good morning. It's good to see you all here. And we are reconvening our negotiation session after breaking last Monday on the 16th. We had been talking about salary schedule, and we've been talking about years of service credit. And so the CSEA group had asked for some data from HR, which we provided midweek. And Paul, I don't know if you want to start this morning. How shall we go?
Yeah, that's fine, Mila. And I mean, it's pretty simple. After reviewing all the data and just comparing on where people were at, it was difficult for us to allow people to come in with or go to step 9 on the new salary matrix, as they would pass people who were currently in the system. So for us, that brings us back to where people can come in with 7 previous years of experience year for year to a maximum placement on the salary schedule at step 8.
Yeah, I think the numbers of people that would have gotten skipped over was potentially greater than anything either one of us wanted to consider. So so the language change then in Article 19.3 would be, and let me pull that up, but we would change it from up to 5 years of previous service credit and change the 5 to a 7, up to 7 years of previous service credit. And so the highest placement would be step 8 if somebody had 7 previous years of credit that were really related to the work that they're being hired to do.
That's correct.
Okay. I think we also talked about, well, while we're in that article, in Article 19, I think it's maybe just worth calling out that we do have some language in there that talks about transfers within the district. And when somebody's moving up levels, they keep the step that they'd been at, even if they're going into a different sort of job, and that would be the same. Is that right?
Yeah, so the promotion and demotion language would stay the same, and that is if you move within 4 levels, that you would retain your same step that you're on. Outside of 4, then you move accordingly to the dollar amount.
Right. Yeah, and if we do have someone who makes a transfer from one position in the district to another position in the district, and they're not yet at that 7 years of previous service credit, and they have some experience in the new role, then it looks like the provisions of Article 19.3.6 around lateral transfer would remain as we have in the past. We would allow additional service credit to be counted up to 7 and not exceeding that. Do we agree on that as well?
Yep. That's correct.
So basically no changes to our current practices, just replacing 5 with 7. Great. So it sounds like we are in agreement that the option 2 salary schedule should be adopted, and with like we've been talking about, up to 7 years of service credit. Yes.
Yep, we are in agreement with that.
Okay. And I believe that might be the last of the articles and issues that we were going to discuss during this negotiation session. Am I correct?
Yep. Yeah. The only other thing, I mean, and you know, the other thing is just to maybe if we re-go over the dollars, you know, allotted for negotiations this year, just so we can go through that. I think that's it. Other than that, everything else is in agreement. I mean, not that we're not in agreement with that, just to clarify that. And then maybe just make a statement around that as well. So. You're muted, Mila.
Thank you. So we want to look at the CSEA summary of costs sheet.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, and that is in our shared drive.
Yep. Do you want me to walk through it, Mila, and make a
Yeah.
statement? Okay.
Yeah, why don't you?
Let me pull it up real quick again, and then okay, so so basically it gives us a 1.7 allocated, which is 930,000 allocated for total total increases to the salary schedule. We also had some market adjustments of 141,409 to a subtotal of 1,071,625. The cost to place the new schedule is 597,530. Total salaries after placement on the new schedule, meaning that classified salaries cost the district $55,316,133.07. Full step is implementing the full step is $983,754.91 at a 1.78%. Restoring the 2013 step is at a cost of $108,788 for a total of $1,690,073.60 total contract enhancements. Also, we've done some benchmark adjustments at 29,123 included in the health aides at 77,979, and our transition services coaches at 34,307 for a total adjustment in our benchmarks around $141,409. So, so the reason why I wanted to kind of go through this is just, you know, as explanation and just kind of a statement is that, you know, this has been an extremely difficult year to navigate from, you know, COVID and keeping people employed and working and all of those things. And we believe the district has done a good job in keeping our classified employees employed and still getting hours. So there is not enough money to give a cost of living increase this year, which is unfortunate. However, you know, to be able to keep classified people employed and working is important to us as a negotiating team, and which is, you know, why we're not in a position to push the district for more money in that category. if there were to be additional funds coming to the district, which I don't believe this to be the case, but if the district were to find themselves with some extra funding due to some bailouts or something like that, then we would like to have a conversation with the district about cost of living. But again, I don't believe that to be the case, but I just wanted to kind of make that statement that, you know, it's been a huge difficult year, but I think this is a kind of trying to get the best out of a situation that we all find ourselves in and navigating through. So.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we really appreciate the partnership with CSEA during what none of us have ever had to go through before. But certainly if during the 2020, the year 21-22 budget process through next spring, if we find some significant and unexpected funding sources, such as maybe new federal stimulus money, or perhaps a big increase from the Colorado Budget Stabilization Factor funds, the district does pledge that we would reconvene with you to consider compensation for the 21-22 school year. So that would be during the budget cycle, and if something significant and unexpected comes up, we'll come back to the table with you for the next school contract year. So I can put a statement to that effect in our agreement, if you like, as we kind of close out our conversation.
Sounds great. Thanks, Mila. And we appreciate the partnership as well with the district. And we also appreciate the district's willingness to roll the contract this year and not get into arguing about benefits back and forth, to do benefits subtractions or additions to the contract this year. I feel like that's important for folks to be able to know that their benefit package will remain the same, moving forward. So there's a lot of folks out there in other industries, or even in our industry and in some of the other districts, that's not the case. So that was important for us, and we thank the district for engaging in that contract rolling with us.
Yeah, it's a mutual benefit. So so I thank you all. Does anybody from either team have any questions or other comments? I'm going to go ahead and put a statement. Nicole's been keeping notes for us, on each agenda that we've had in our shared drive. And I'll put a copy of the statement here that I just said. Well, if I can get my computer to work. So something like that. That's on the bottom of the agenda. So if you had that open.
Cool. And then just for the good of the group and those watching, Cindy and I are putting together some type of electronic voting process, which we will go through, that hopefully will start being sent out Monday and Tuesday. And we'll have the voting window open until the following Tuesday. And we'll have that prepared to go to the school board for the school board's vote on the following Wednesday.
And Paul, will you mark your calendar and come with me to the Board of Ed meeting on December 2nd? And we can present the results of the CSEA ratification vote, and then the Board of Ed will hold its ratification vote on the night of December 2nd.
We will. Yep. Thanks, Mila.
Well, and you and anybody else you want to invite, but yeah. All right. Is there anything else we need to cover today? Okay, I think this concludes the negotiations for this year, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you. but truly, we do value this partnership very much, and thank you for the really collegial relationship that we share. And so I would say that brings us to a close.
I agree. Thanks, guys. We will see you later.
Yeah, short and sweet.